We are not live.
Excellent, thank you, Jack. Okay, hello and welcome everyone, online or in person. This is our first session, May 14, 2022, for Wisdom and the Enneagram, our new club here at USQ. Zach, our great tech director, is just sorting out some kinks. Feel free to admire the images there. They're not mine. Excellent. Thank you, Zach. Okay, of course, we'll begin this presentation with an acknowledgement of country. So in affiliation with USQ, Wisdom and the Enneagram acknowledges the traditional owners of the land on which we gather today. These are the Gayabal and Jarowair peoples of the Toowoomba area, where the USQ Toowoomba campus has been built. And we further pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. So again, thank you all for coming today, in whatever capacity. Okay, so foundations, an introduction to the Enneagram and our journey together. So on our left here, we have a basic diagram of the Enneagram, which in itself, the word is just stemming from Greek, Ennea being 9, and gram being simply a shortening of diagram. So it's simply a diagram of 9 personalities. A brief explanation for the symbol on the right. Look out. Spoilers there. So for some keen people. Okay, so quick explanation for the symbol on the right. So all of this begins with interest, an interest in self-knowledge, self-understanding, which then produces an awareness of what's at least an incremental, minimal amount of awareness, but we begin with that to see what's going on within and around us, in ourselves and in our relationships, which inevitably gives rise to a moral impulse, which is that which changes and transforms us, changes and transforms our relationships, and leads to further interest in that process so that it may continue in healthy ways and reversing destructive patterns that we have instantiated over time. Yeah, so first two, thanks, Zach. Zach's keen. He's keen to go through this. There you go, brilliant. Okay, so an overview of the 9 Enneatypes, which is just a term used to combine Enneagram and personality type. Pretty self-explanatory there. So type 1. So this is the personality type commonly referred to as the moral perfectionist, principled reformer or idealist, known for being ethical, precise, and proper, wants most to be virtuous and balanced, maintain a high ethical standard, repress its instinctual energies, visible in anger, frustration, and conform both itself and the world to an ideal. Moving on to type 2, commonly referred to as the helper, giver, or nurturing supporter, known for being demonstrative, affectionate, and self-sacrificing, wants most to show love to others, be appreciated for its love and its efforts in relationships, and become irreplaceable in those relationships. There we go, brilliant. Okay, so type 3, this personality type is commonly referred to as the admirable or successful achiever, known for being highly driven, adaptable, and motivated by status and prestige, so things which are indicators of success, wants to win, be the best it can be, and show only a polished and successful exterior to the world. Similar type, type 4, commonly referred to as the romantic or individualist, known for being emotionally deep, authentic, and uniquely creative in its expressions and style. Wants the original, understand and express its true feelings, and create and surround itself with beauty. Type 5, this personality type is commonly referred to as the thinker, investigator, or observer, known for being analytical, detached from the world, and knowledgeable through its extensive research. Wants to accumulate information, understand the world, and master a body of knowledge to become and to feel competent. Type 6, for those who are interested, this is the type that I most identify with, that I lead with in life. Yep, you can have a look at some references where I get all this stuff from. You're all right. You're all good. Dad's keen to talk about his type. He leads with 7. Jumping ahead. Yep. All good. It'll settle eventually. This is 7 energy, always bouncing back and forth, new activities, just so you know how that works. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, so this is the type that I lead with in life. That's just how my experience has shaped me. But we'll learn all about that and more as we progress. So this personality type is commonly referred to as the loyalist, skeptic or doubter, host of names for this one. Known for being anxious, committed and uncertain, wants to be secure in its relationships and in the environment, have guidance and support at all times, and fight against its anxiety and insecurity. Now we get on to 7. Yep, brilliant. Okay, so this personality type, commonly referred to as the optimist or enthusiast, known for being energetic, spontaneous and versatile, wants to stay on the go, avoid unpleasant feelings, and be always having stimulating experiences and frame its life in a positive light. Type 8, commonly referred to as the challenger or asserter. There are other names for this type, of course, but these are the most commonly used. Known for exuding a kind of confidence, self-confidence, freely expresses its anger, more so than most other types, and may come across as mean and intimidating. Wants to control its environment and the people in it, push against life and triumph over its challenges, and protect its independence and those within its inner circle. Brings us finally to type 9. Again, not uncommon for 9s to be late because they like doing their own thing. Those stereotypes here. Commonly referred to as the peacemaker, mediator, or dreamer. Known for being positive, accommodating, agreeable, go with the flow, wants to maintain harmony in both its internal and external environment, avoid conflict and tension, preserve its inner peace, and feel connected and in tune with people and the comfort that that brings. We all good there, Zach?
Just remember to move to the camera. Just remember to look at the camera.
Right. I was just thinking if I look out at the people who aren't here at the camera. Right. Thank you. I was like, this will work, but the camera's up there. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Hopefully, for those who are watching this in any capacity, this is all making sense so far. We will continue to talk about this in future sessions. So feel free to come along and learn together as we go. So I'll be looking at the camera now so people can actually see my face. So now, our journey together from caricature to authentic self. So very simply, this isn't magic. It isn't really all that weird. The Enneagram is a comprehensive system of personality dynamics. What does that mean? That means that we learn the Enneagram and all of its components to identify what is false in us and distinguish what is real, or essential. So this learning begins as an individual contemplative practice. That is, it's a transformation that takes place in our inmost being through deep penetrating thought, introspection, and the spiritual insight that comes through this process. through the practices of silence, stillness, and solitude, which we will talk about in the next slide. Again, thank you, Zach, for reminding me that there is a camera and it's up there, not there. Okay, contemplative practice, distinguishing essence in silence, stillness, and solitude. Behind the object of the personality, that part of ourselves is false, which is not truly real, lies a better, more fluid reality. This is referred to traditionally as essence. It can be accessed through a peaceful spirit in silence, stillness, and solitude. So these are such practices which enable us to step away from the regular stream of activity, to be introspective and to perceive clearly what's going on within ourselves so that we can bring that knowledge to the world moving forward. Just to give a brief example of what those actually mean, and so that they're not left in some etheric, wishy-washy framework. Next one. So further on this, the personality, as I was saying before, referring to it as an object, it is a mere, in this sense, it is a mere object formed around the essential self from childhood, hence the picture of the newborn there, in an attempt to protect it from being utterly destroyed by the overpowering forces of nature and all of that. Contemplative practice is anything that encourages such a posture, receptive to the voice of the essential self, the part of us which is locked away for most of our life due to the way of the world in its current state. And above and behind this is the universal stream, God to some, truth itself, objective reality in its most essential and pure form, without any kind of false construct that we use to perceive it in a way that meets our agendas and preconceptions. Moving on. We get through this a lot faster than I had anticipated, but that is okay. No one wants to talk for hours on end. Love the highest reality. So centering our practice in community. It's my belief that any practice, spiritual or otherwise, can be distinguished in whether or not it's genuine and really good, and not just kind of iffy and a bit weird, in where its focus is. And so if there's no ultimate relational component to all of this, if the transformation doesn't take place within actual relationships to make them better and to improve our community in this way, then we're better off without it. So yes, so our learning of the Enneagram and its dynamics and its components should transform the way we think, feel, and behave as individuals, and naturally and organically, this transformation, as I say, flows into our relationships and regenerates our community in this way, in real, tangible ways in our relationships. Hopefully everyone is tracking okay and this is making sense. Which brings us to a final vision and summary. Again, the Enneagram is a comprehensive system of personality dynamics. Not magic. Anyone can learn this. It's quite simple when you sit with it and you take a long, hard look at yourself and see how it all lines up. So it reflects and illuminates our personality. With this self-awareness and understanding, we can begin to recognize and then begin to change the unhealthy patterns that we have instantiated in ourselves. This is what I was referring to in the beginning as the moral impulse leading to change and transformation. That's what that language is, just as a clarification for that. So as we change, as in the last slide, so too will our relationships. As our relationships become healthier, the world will begin to change around us in positive ways. Thanks, Zach. And thank you, everyone, in whatever capacity you're watching, tuning in. Hopefully this has been beneficial. We will likely have another session like this in about 2-3 weeks' time. Pardon me. There will be details, of course, being uploaded to the Facebook group in a short while. So thank you. Stay safe and warm and dry, and be kind to one another. Bye for now. Thanks, Zach.